I'm D Tucker. I love what I do, so I mean, but the most challenging aspect of it, it's the people aspect of it because I get lost in what I do and I forget that the people under me need interaction a lot and remembering to come out of myself and make sure I encourage and just pay attention to the other people. On a typical day, I'll come in and I'll check my to-do list, get an idea of what's needed for the day, see if there's any urgent things I need to take care of first thing. Then I'll check with the other designers, make sure everything is pretty much done from the previous day. But here at Thrive, you have to really kind of stay on your toes because, I mean, there's always other projects that come up in the middle of things, so it's important to stay organized. It's important to just not lose track of where you're at because it's just a very fast-paced environment. So the atmosphere is just energetic. People walk fast, they talk fast. It's like it almost pulls you up. Just it makes you become that way. The decor is interesting. There's like encouraging statements all over the walls in handwriting and chalk. I would say the vibe is just whatever you would imagine if you've never owned or run a business before, whatever you imagine being an entrepreneur on a daily basis to be like, the things you would have to tell yourself, how to encourage yourself, being able to block out things. It's just, that's the way the environment feels and looks around here. It's just entrepreneurial. It's interesting. The most important thing is just how important people are, because I'm just it's so easy for me to just pull into myself, get lost in what I do. Just watching Clay and his ability to relate to people and at the same time be focused on what he's doing, laser focused on what he's got to get done, but at the same time making sure he touches people. That's probably just the most important thing that I've learned, but I'm still learning to implement. Working with Clay and Jonathan, one of my favorite parts about that is just I really appreciate the example that they are, just as men, as husbands, fathers, and as businessmen. I just enjoy being around it. I enjoy just being in an atmosphere with people who just take all of that so seriously, but at the same time, they know how to have fun. They know how to joke around, and these are some of the most balanced guys I think I've ever known, and it's just fun to be around. I think Clay is really intentional about who he spends his time around. And people in general don't really respect, boundaries very much. And when you become someone of note like Clay is, people are always pulling on you and always. So you have to. For him, it just becomes a point where his family is the most important thing to him. And his pets. I mean, to me, that just I feel like that's more of a Clay likes genuine people. And I think that's why he loves pets, because he knows exactly what to expect from them. He knows where they're going to be in the morning. He knows what kind of food. It's just he can get into a routine with these things. And I think that's the kind of people he likes to surround himself with as well. I think the people who would really detest working with Clay are people who, number one, think they know it all. Even if you've worked in a field for a number of years, that's where they start to really kind of balk and pause at hiring certain people who just feel like they figured it all out and they're not open, they're not coachable, they're not teachable. They have to do a lot of learning and they don't want to do that. Or people who are just absolutely cemented in the way that they think or the way that they live. If you're entrepreneur minded and you really have a sense of purpose, even if you don't know what that is and you need to figure that out, you just have a deeper sense of like, I just want to do more with my life. Somebody show me how, or if you just like, I just need a shot, even if you know what you really want to do and you feel like you just need a shot, like you're a player on the bench and who's like, put me in, coach. Those type of people, I mean, I think it would just be like a fish in water up here.